key.
Speed run my ass, ain't gonna work at all.
Room.
Ain't gonna pass this game any quicker. You
Go
gotta beat
there.
29 minutes!
Get my
29 minutes!
award.
Hurry up!
Important to me. Then maybe we talk.
Welcome everybody to the getTekt podcast. We're here live Wednesday night. This wonderful night again. And guess what happened over this week? We hit 100 subs, people.
Woo! Oh yeah!
So we want to thank all of our listeners, especially our YouTubers over there, because they're the ones that subscribed over at the YouTube. We hit over 100. But we also do want to thank all our listeners over at the podcast, which is over at Podbean, Google Play, iTunes, and whatever else you listen to our show on.
Yeah.
Last FM or any of the other many Slacker radio. There's like about 1 billion. Anyway, we want to thank you all for getting us to that 100 mark, and now it's on to the 500 mark.
Yeah, 500.
Well, I'll reach a 100 mark eventually.
So
Your
as
mic's on?
always,
What's that?
Your mics are on? All right.
as always, we're going to bring you the latest technology of gaming, and then some technology news as far as gadgets, what's new in science, and then from film in the end.
Yeah.
As we do every week, and we will continue to do on every week. And we have me, your wonderful co-host, Observer Q. Across from me is Mzinga.
Yep.
And then behind me, Miss.
Miss! Hello!
Mr. Ben Benoit.
Hey!
No, that's Tabitha.
Shut up! I told you it is Rebecca. I'll come across here and stop you.
And then we have a special guest star in the studio today, who was normally you see him in the chat room, but he's with us today, Mr. Ezio.
How's it going, everyone?
Hey.
So, how is everybody's week?
Oh, it's always nice to be forgotten once again. What's that? 3 weeks in a row now? No introduction? Thanks, mate.
And the grim in the window.
Oh, it's not funny anymore. Move on.
Anyway, so Mzinga, how's your week?
It was good. Just nothing really happened this week.
Why? Why?
Then what happened?
We saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there's a review up.
Yeah, we saw Guardians. It was pretty good. Very good. What I give it, 4 out of 5.
Yep, I think I did too.
And on Ben's channel, there's a review for it.
Yep, you can go check out his channel.
Spoiler free.
Yes.
Yes, first time in a long time.
And if you need to navigate to his channel, we usually have a link below. And then there's also, to the right of our channel, if you're on our main page, there's also a link to Big Ben Benoit's channel as well.
Yep.
Well, along with Guardians of the Galaxy, we also did the McDonald's Signature Series sandwich reviews,
Yep.
which was good at first, but I tell you up front, later on that night, it did not feel good.
And then we did the zoo video too.
Did the zoo video too. I edited 5 videos in one day.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's a lot of work.
And I'm like, oh my god, I accomplished something today.
How are you here?
I had no idea. I think I peeked with the guy over when he got to me later.
Oh, he said it right. Oh my
Oh
god.
my, the Pico de Gallo.
But there's a special product later today in this show that I'm going to be pulling out of my bag. But you'll see after.
He's got a special product in his bag, everybody.
Yeah.
Might want to run.
So how are you doing, Ezio?
I'm doing good. I mean, nothing really special going on. Just a lot of work.
Yep.
Been trying to keep up with Prison Break and everything.
Oh yeah.
See, we're in the same par here.
Yeah. So everybody, this
And
is the
Grim, what about you?
Oh, did he forget me again? Wow. 3 seconds in and he forgot me again. Well, other than my best friend forgetting me, I've been doing all right. Playing some Battlegrounds with some people who actually know how to play. Bazinga and Big Ben Benoit. And my boy Alex. Sorry, my girl Alex. Who's not
Whoa. I get called a girl, you're calling Alex a boy?
Oh man.
Hey, let's straighten this out for a minute. She may be a girl, but she plays like a dude.
And she
Got the
always
mouth
has
of a
her
sailor.
Triggered right
she always has her ceremonial burp at the beginning of the.
Got the
of
mouth of a sailor, people.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing much.
Awesome.
So everybody knows that Mr. Ezio, this is the first time he's been live on Twitch. So.
Yes, no longer a Twitch virgin anymore. How does it feel?
I'm scared.
A code word for something. Oh man. Okay. So, yeah. So we have a lot of interesting news this week. We have a lot of retro news, actually. Lots of retro gaming news going on this week. Anyway, so our first news would be the Xbox Project Scorpio dev kit shut down. So the dev kit is basically the thing they use to develop games for the Scorpio developers use. Anyway,
I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, I didn't understand why they needed a FPS counter on the front until Mr. Bazinga taught me some reason why he needs FPS on it. But I think it looks cool.
Yeah, it's different looking than some dev kits I've seen. Because most dev kits nowadays are just computers.
Yeah.
They just send you a computer.
Here's my only problem with that, and that is the people who seem to think that they should release it with that, because their community is already incredibly toxic. The people like you might have heard of him, Ben, Crap Gamer.
Yeah.
And Mooch. Those guys are pretty much the scum of gaming universe with the way they talk to people. They're racist, they're horrible people. And if this thing comes out with that frame counter, they're just going to get even worse with the kind of people that they are.
I don't think they'll come out with the FPS counter on there.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't. There are people pushing for that.
Yeah, no, they won't. It won't be there. That'll cost too much money to have that on there.
It'll just fuel the fanboy war even more.
Just raise your hand if you need to say something.
I mean, I was actually thinking about if they were gonna leave the FPS thing on there, but I don't know how I feel about that either, because
I think it's there so when the developers are playing the game that they can see what the frame count is.
Yeah, they can see where the frame drops are, where it's going wrong.
Yeah, because it does have those meters on it too.
And if anybody's ever seen dev kits in the past, they are actually a lot more well built than the actual consoles.
Oh yeah.
They're like twice the price too, so
And
they're not cheap.
Yeah, it looks like it's showing the cores too.
Like, yeah, it is. It shows a lot of information. I would say if the fans actually want that, then you'd have to be willing to pay a lot more money for your Xbox.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think they will.
Someone's mic's not working well.
No, tap your mic. Yours.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm hoping they don't do it, because there's been a lot of issues lately with a distinct set of the fan base on Xbox side who have gotten pretty evil.
Yeah, grab another.
Technical difficulties.
I don't know if any of you guys have followed these people, but like they've gotten to the point where they're like disowning developers that work at Xbox if they do something wrong.
Really?
Oh yeah, like one of the guys who makes Titanfall took a picture of one of the discs when they were ready to print Titanfall 2, and it was a PS4 disc. So this group that watches Crap Gamer, he's got like 100,000 people watching him now. He's pretty big. They all started throwing death threats and all this crap at this developer because he took a picture of the PlayStation 4 disc and not the Xbox disc.
Wow.
And started
really
screaming
weird.
to build. Yeah, these guys have gotten really bad, and they've been talking about this frame counter thing. And I'm just worried that if they get a hold of any kind of thing like that, they're just going to get even worse. These people are just horrible people. You don't want to associate with them, trust me.
Wow.
Anybody you see on Twitter with one of those little purple M's, just avoid it.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool that it has a frame count counter, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be on there for the final product. I had to reiterate what I said because my mic wasn't working.
Yeah, because that probably.
Yeah, it's cool for the
Too much
devs.
money.
They probably have
Yeah.
another way to see it anyway, but
Is that your mic? Alright, make sure. Make sure everything's working, guys. Tabitha in the window. Oh my god.
Oh man. Star Wars Battlefront 2 features 3 times as much content.
so like 1/4 of a normal game.
1/4 of a normal game. Thank you, Lasagna. I'm excited for it. I'm hoping it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're going to add a lot. They're going to listen to I'm praying that they'll listen to the fans from the complaints about Battlefront, the first one,
Yeah.
and fix them problems, like being able to actually get into the vehicles, for one, which is a huge complaint.
Yeah.
That takes you right out of it.
The amount of customizability that's in a Battlefield game to be in this game, in actual sniper rifles, not a cooldown rifle.
Again, I know I said this last week when we were talking Call of Duty, but why don't they get some originality? Why don't they have, like, survival on Hoth? You get dropped in with nothing but a coat, and you need to find stuff to keep yourself warm and equipment to survive and fight it out until there's only one person left.
Yeah, and maybe the opposite, survive on Tatooine, too.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like, just
No, I
give us a
definitely would
survival
play
mode.
Yeah.
That shit would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
cut into an animal's stomach. We're gonna sit in this cold blood.
I'm not optimistic about it because I don't trust EA. I don't like the way they work. Just within this hour, you guys probably don't even have the news story, but they suspended Mass Effect and shipped out half the freaking developers to another thing. They pushed it out too fast, it bombed, and then they said it's your fault, and it cracking down on the studio for
Well, no,
it.
they've been known to do that. They did that. That's how the Command and Conquer series died. That's the exact reason.
Yeah,
that same thing.
It's terrible. It's
Yeah.
not. It is in no way the developers' fault that Andromeda came out the way it did. They rushed that game out, and that's why it came out that way.
Yeah.
Hi, Gary. How you doing?
So now I look at this and I'm just, a little. I'm not a big EA guy, so maybe if you tell me it's good, I might check it out. But it's going to have
Yeah.
to do a lot to get me to stop playing Battlegrounds.
Yeah. We'll check it out though. But okay, who here plays the Walking Dead games?
I've played
watched
the
this show.
Telltale one, and I did enjoy it.
I played all the Walking Dead games, surprisingly, including the horrible one with the Daryl brother.
Oh, that first that shooter. That
Oh
was
my
awful.
god!
We
Yeah.
don't speak of that.
But it had Merle.
So-
in it. Everybody loves
Yeah.
Merle.
So this is a different kind of game. This is going to be Walking Dead, but it's going to be more of a free roaming.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be multiplayer too.
Yes. This is the one I'm excited for because the Telltale games are fun to watch people play to me because I don't care to play them,
See,
but it's fun to watch people play them. But
This trailer, you have to watch it in person because you look at it and you think, oh, it's going to be a Telltale game. But as you get further into it, the guy starts talking. He goes, this is the pinnacle Walking Dead game we wanted to make for everybody. It is a multiplayer game. I'm like, that's perfect. Like, I mean, it's going to be great.
Is it a survival-based multiplayer game, or is
Yeah.
it going to be like a team deathmatch type thing?
no, survival's supposed to be.
So it's basically H1Z1.
Well, no, it's going to be H1Z1 Survival,
Yeah.
the original game. It's going to be
Yeah.
a lot like that, which is going to be fun. Except if it's done right, it's going to be really good. And the fact that Kirkman's actually endorsing it is like huge.
And who's he?
He's the maker of Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. This guy.
He's one of he's the original creator.
I like his
Oh,
shirt.
cool. Free
Yeah.
Negan. That's fine.
I like how the
And we're
shirt's
not going to tell you what
cool.
free Negan means, just to feel it ain't caught up on the comic books. So you'll have to read the comic books.
If you don't know, you have no brain. Forget about caught up. Yeah, come on, free Negan. Like, it's so obvious.
Wait, isn't that... Didn't Mr. Trump put him in jail?
Yeah, Trump put him in jail. He was an immigrant.
Trump found out he was being investigated, so he fired Negan.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Oh. Anyway.
It's huge. Huge, guys.
New
Huge
Assassin.
firing.
New Assassin's Creed game screenshots and name reportedly leaked.
Man, it was a dud week, wasn't it?
So Assassin's Creed game. So the screenshots, one of the screenshots obviously shows boats and stuff. So we might see some stuff on boats and pirating and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't mind I think it would be. I don't know. I just love all the Assassin's Creed games. I like how it plays.
No, it's water wobbles.
It's water. Yeah.
Just water.
Well, it makes perfect sense that they're going back to the water.
Put the bottle down.
It
that
makes
from
perfect
Tickle?
sense that they're going back to the boats because the last two games have bombed, and they know they got a lot of goodwill off of those boats, and that's going to be their attempt
Well,
to get back
it was a
in.
lot of fun jumping from the ships and taking over stuff like that. It was
Oh,
good
the
game.
pirate one. Black
That
Flag.
was the only one I liked. The rest of the games were terrible to me.
We have a fan here as a fan of Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What did you think about the last ones?
Unity wasn't really my forte. Syndicate did enjoy it,
All right.
but I still have to stick with the first one and then Assassin's Creed 2 and then the 3-part.
The
Yeah,
Brotherhood.
actually, that's the only one I haven't traded in. I still own Assassin's Creed 2 because I've played that over so many times.
And keep in mind, when my dislike with Assassin's Creed isn't anything but the combat, because like I've always said before, I'm a mechanics guy, and the combat is way too simple-minded for me. Like, the world and the graphics and the way they design the world is usually pretty spot on and amazing.
Yes.
It's just, I can't stand that,
So-
the simplicity of that combat.
So let me get this straight. If they were to change the combat completely to something new and innovative, you would probably like the game.
Yeah, if they went, imagine if they took, the depth of, Horizon's combat
Yeah.
or
Or For
what's another
Honor.
great, or like For Honor, I would be more interested. It's just that whole, like 9 times out of 10, you're just standing there waiting to hit the parry button to block and kill them back,
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and
I,
it's just
I
that
think,
just never gets me.
I think for the first time in a long time, Graham, I think I almost agree with you on that because
Yeah.
I think after playing Assassin's Creed, it's
Yeah,
like
which
it kind of feels like it's just too repetitive. They need to change something to change it up to feel a little bit different.
Like it's 1, 2, 3.
Well,
yeah.
Well, they just got to
Let me-
advance it. They just
Let me
gotta,
blow your mind one more time, then, Ben.
Oh,
I bet
okay.
you would agree with this. They should have made
No.
a multiplayer mode based on the ship combat, where with deeper mechanics, so that you could like attempt to take over each
Chicken
other's ships
fingers.
and shit. Like a 6-on-6 boat battle, where everybody had their own boat and they would taking over each other's ships.
So kind of like Guns of Icarus in some sense.
well, yeah.
Yes, but with the Assassin's Creed combat, which would work fine in that multiplayer setting,
You know,
but the ship combat.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I think that Assassin's Creed is a good game. Assassin's Creed is a good game, but I do feel like it's that if they got it and make innovations in my book.
Yeah, a little bit. But I don't want them to take away the core way it
No.
moves because I still like how that plays, and it goes back to the Prince of Persia series. 'Cause that's where it came from.
I mean,
All right,
that's the
Roger,
thing.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so-
Prince of Persia was nowhere near as simple-minded as
No, I
Assassin's Creed, though.
I see your point too. That don't take it completely out of the elements, but add some new elements and make
Yeah,
it
add
feel,
some new ones, yeah.
so it feels a little bit different. Like, you know, instead of just going swipe, swipe, block, swipe, swipe, block. Like, listen, add something else
Add
to
more
it.
complexity to it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Wig? Yeah, that game looks pretty fun.
I
Yeah,
haven't got to
that's-
play. I have it, but I haven't got to play it because there's no I don't like to play these things by myself. So once we get some more people with it, we can try it out. But
Yeah,
it seems
that looks
pretty
like a
damn
fun
Do you
game.
cool.
agree? You know,
If
add,
Sea of
add,
Thieves is the next big one, we're gonna have to check out.
add a little more to the elements of it. You know,
Yes,
Yeah.
I definitely
So-
agree with that.
I'm not trying to throw you under the bus or under the table, but
Or under the table.
Wait, there's a bus?
yeah, up there.
I don't know. It comes through every once in a while.
It comes through every once in a while.
Yeah, we use it to get down the bullshit lane.
Oh, be Bowling Lane.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wesley
dude,
reference.
don't insult those people. There's like 10 people who live down there.
Actually, if it counts, probably 9 right now.
Oh.
It's the way.
Yeah, there's one dead.
Hey, Pop Fiasco, how you doing?
Oh, God,
How's
we're
everybody
getting too
doing
personal
tonight?
now.
So our next article is a game we haven't seen a new one in a while. Actually, I don't remember the last time a Need for Speed game came out. It's been a little while.
I don't remember the last time
But-
I liked a Need for Speed game, but
It's not gonna be always online, which means it's gonna be a single player mode. Obviously, that's gonna have to require you to be online.
I like Need for Speed, but I want
Hey, Fringe drop item.
a new Burnout game. I want
Yeah.
Burnout was an awesome series.
Yeah,
yes.
that'd be fun.
Burnout to me was like the pinnacle of racing games for me when I was playing Xbox original.
Yeah.
Like running through and making things
But-
blow up.
I can say for Need for Speed though, I played the first Need for Speed game that ever came out. It came out on 3DO, and I had it. And it was awesome.
I Need for Speed 2.
I played the hell.
Oh,
Need for
I
Speed
played-
2 was really good too.
I played like a
That was
crazy.
on the PlayStation.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I
So-
played Hot Pursuit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that's
the
it.
first one.
That's it.
That
That's
was-
the second. That's the second one.
Yep.
That was really good.
That was-
Yeah.
It
First
was
game that had cops in it. I remember.
Yeah.
Like, get that.
Well, the first
I
one
think
cops
it
in
was
it
the
too.
third one.
Thanks
Thanks
for the
for
follow,
following.
Pop Fiasco.
Fiasco.
Yeah, the first one had cops in it too, and you got chased. And it was funny because the first one actually had not so much animations, but had little cut screens, and it showed you the cop giving you like a ticket
Oh, yeah.
and stuff. It was funny, and it had like the first one had live action scenes.
Yeah.
The VMLs.
Oh, yeah.
Videos that were live action, like
FMVs.
FMVs. That's
yeah.
it. That played, but then they took it out in the second one. I guess they decided not to do it, but yeah.
I'd be interested to see how this one goes out for the next Need for Speed. I mean, I just wish that I had a Burnout game to follow it. You know, something.
Yeah.
I want a Burnout. I want to go Demolition Derby style and just knock the crap out of cars. and
My
make
my
them blow up.
my favorite Need for Speed was Underground 2.
Underground 2 was pretty. Nitro was it? Nitro was pretty good.
Never played Nitro. You sure Nitro?
It was
I don't
Nitro. I think it
remember.
was called Nitro. It was on the Wii.
Oh, and yeah, I never played that.
I like the second one with the cops. So that was my favorite.
Yeah, Underground 2 was amazing. It was all around, when Fast and Furious games were coming out. I mean, movies. So it was awesome. It had
Grim, do you-
drag racing.
Yeah.
It was real fun. I really enjoyed that. And then when it came out for the 360 Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh, that was
really
good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grim, do you remember playing Need for Speed on my 3DO? Or younger?
Kinda, but
Kinda.
I'm not. I didn't buy the 3DO and have to find ways to pretend that it was an awesome system, so I don't have any love for that game.
Oh, it was awesome. I remember
The last one I played was Hot Pursuit, and I only liked it because of the cop chasing.
Positive.
Oh, I could, well, okay. So one memory I can remember is Grim when he used to play Need for Speed with me on the 3DO when I had it. He used to try to get into car wrecks because the screen, when you were into a car wreck, it would go into slow mo.
Oh, yeah.
You see the car flip it over and stuff. It was cool,
That was awesome.
and you could watch it from
I'm
like,
sorry,
an angle.
my focus is off because this like breaking news just popped up about this ridiculously old MMO and some guy only guy in the world who knows the secret of a door because he's the only one to ever open it, and he's like holding the devs ransom or something.
Oh, jeez.
Sounds crazy. It's like the most crazy thing I've ever read, and it just kind of faded out of the podcast.
You know what's just crazy? The speedrunner.
Speedrunner has already torn Prey apart. So I had a friend tell me that they are now playing
So
as a
tremendous.
cosmic banana.
Yeah, you can. I
Or
guess you
something
can like,
silly.
change it.
Wait a minute, Cosmic Banana? Wait a minute, hold up. Cosmic Banana.
Yes.
All right, where's my wallet? I gotta go buy Prey. Game's probably pure shit, but I want a Cosmic Banana. I'm all over that.
Yeah, so a friend of mine I work with said he got some ability where to change his character into anything he wanted to, and he turned it into a banana.
Oh my
I'm a
god.
banana!
Da-da-da-da-da.
I guess this game is huge, huh?
It's
Banana
I've heard
phone.
good things about it so far, but the speed run 19 minutes and 34 seconds.
That's
can-
crazy.
I can barely get past freaking Resident Evil.
With getting everything, or just
I think it's just,
running through it?
yeah, getting the game done.
Yeah, just getting the base storyline done.
He uses something called it's like a goo gun or something.
Oh, the glue gun.
glue gun, and you can make like steps with it, and it gets you through this. You kind of it's in the game, but it was like clipping errors that they left in the game that they thought, oh no, wait, we'll never find that.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, it seems to always happen to Bethesda.
Oh yeah,
They do these things. They don't completely think everything through. And the other example I can think of is in Skyrim. After I played Skyrim for a month, and then I figured out the alchemy system was broken, and I had weapons that did over 1 billion points of damage in one hit.
Touching the tip of your sword. Oh!
And what was this?
They just exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that kind of ruins the game for you. Yeah, it kind of ruins
What's
the
the
game for you.
point?
It was great with the arrows because you can make your arrow, your bow, like really strong, and you shoot, you'll just see it go pew.
And you just don't like a
happened with me.
challenge.
Something happened to me with Borderlands 1, where all of a sudden we were like level 50s, and we were literally just started playing the game an hour before, and we're like,
Yeah.
well, here's a bug we found, and it completely ruined the game because we were like, blowing people up and stuff just by like tapping them with our fists.
And-
How'd that go?
And well, I see the
I
difference
need more.
is the
What do you call it?
the thing with me. I like a good challenge, but it's not so much just gameplay. I like solving a puzzle, and like cracking a system or finding out its loopholes is the challenging part to me, which is very challenging actually to begin with, to find these loopholes. So
Yeah, but gameplay is a puzzle too. Like when you come across a Dark Souls boss, it's a form of a puzzle. You have to figure out their frames and their rotations and their movements so that you can counteract the attacks.
yeah, but I'd rather
It's the same thing.
I'd rather crack the programming and find out what the programmers messed up and forgot something.
I just need to find one of these speedrunners and have them come to
That
my
sounds like
house and play Resident Evil on insane mode for me so I can get past this dang motor.
When's the last time you played it?
2 days ago, and I threw the controller halfway across the room.
Oh jeez.
Wait, what part you stuck on?
The motors in the farm. On insane mode, madhouse mode. And there's 2 motors, and I have like little shotgun. You know what? Forget it, because I'm gonna get frustrated thinking about it.
Okay, so one game that I remember getting every single star in when this game came out, and I had it for Nintendo 64, was Mario 64. So a guy broke the speedrun record recently in Mario 64 in an emotional stream. Oh.
Now, why was it emotional?
Probably because these people, like, when they finally do it, they get like, oh my god, I did this. I have the world record holder. Because you gotta think how big that is. Okay,
It's crazy,
the
yeah.
speedrunning community is so huge right now. When they break these world records, it's like a monumental thing. You know your game's going on a board somewhere, and everybody's gonna see it.
Yeah.
So it is an emotional moment.
I know a faster way to beat the game. You take the game out of the cartridge and smash it.
Oh my God.
I beat it in 10
It's
seconds.
just incredible
guys.
that he was able to get all of the stars
Well, there's different
in under 100 minutes.
Yeah, there's different categories. There's like without the stars, which is really quick.
Yeah,
And there's all different categories to this. But like one of the obviously more challenging one is the all the stars.
Do they have one without the jumping up the stairs backwards glitch?
I think that's in all of them.
They all use that.
Well, there's the glitch-free run, which is
Oh,
different.
okay.
Which some do. That just takes a while. But the more favored one is the glitch run that has 120 stars. With the glitch, right?
See Lasagna agrees.
Smash Skyrim edition. Yeah.
10 out of 10. See, I just got this running on my Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, no, I can say because the one streamer I watch is Caleb Hart 42, right? And the reason why I watch him and watched him forever is because he does nothing but Mega Man games. He is the world record holder, I think, for 2 different Mega Man X games. I know the one is definitely Mega Man X2. He has a world record for. And when he broke that world record, he about broke down in tears. He was like,
Whoa.
"Oh my god!" Like,
Oh, it's definitely glitch.
oh yeah, it's the glitch. Like it's a big moment for these people. Like when they finally, because you got to think they play the same game over and over again for like hours and hours every day, the same exact game. When you finally break that world record, it's a moment and a half for you. So
It's just
I
incredible.
wish I can be that good.
well,
in
play the
everything.
same game for 24 hours a day every day.
For the last what, 15 years.
will
Truth
be.
be told, you don't have to play it for 24 hours a day every day. You just have to play it and do your research.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. Like I say with Dark Souls, when people are like, "Why this game is too hard for me?" I was like, "No, it's really not. You got to do a little bit of research and take your time and practice, and you'll get it. You don't need to like go crazy. You just need to take your time and practice a little bit and learn the tricks of it.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
all that stuff he's doing right there." That's muscle memory now. He's learned the tricks, and now he's
Yeah.
muscle memory.
Yeah,
his way
he just
through
does it. Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's not as crazy as you think to learn it. You just have to put the effort in to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Anybody
learning how to
can-
play guitar. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Same thing. So.
Swing.
Okay, so a game that was around that got a whole bunch of controversy when it was around. Oh my god. I remember the crazy articles that were around trying to ban video games using this game.
Hey, Booger Monster.
A game that came out on Sega CD originally called Night Trap.
Are you a fan of Booger Man?
So, and this game was just so, people were like so offended by this game. And it was mostly just the media and the people that were just going against video games going after it, even though it actually really wasn't that bad. It didn't have anything crazy in it or anything, but they tried to claim it did.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
And
Was this the same game that had like the teens like doing a sleepover or something like that? Yeah.
and they were like having a pillow fight, and like they were like, the media went crazy on it, and they were like, "Oh, it's showing, what do you call it, scandalous women in scandalous dresses," and "Oh my God, there's people raping people," and it's like, no, that's not happening in this game at all.
No, it's insinuated.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's not happening at all in this game. But somehow that's how it did. Yeah.
Like, this is like, you see this on TV now before the 8 p.m. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly.
You see this on every episode of freaking, what is it? Dun dun.
But
Law and Order.
Law and Order, yeah.
Yeah.
this game is amazing.
You mean the
for
rape
one
show?
reason.
The rape show. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Like,
you.
Oh,
This is one of the best games ever made.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was cool. It was like you had to watch the security cameras. And
No,
like,
Christ, Nate! No, the game is terrible.
well, no.
That's not why.
Wait, have you ever played it?
Yes, I've played it. The reason why it's one of the best games ever is because decades later, people are doing Let's Plays with friends and laughing at stupid crap like this, and it's a blast to do.
Oh no, but it actually is okay. It
No,
reminds
that
me-
game is
no, okay.
absolutely terrible. I will stop. my
This
foot down on
this was
play.
Friday Nights at
We're gonna
Freddy's.
argue.
This was Friday Nights at Freddy before Friday Nights at Freddy's.
No,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, this was
Oh.
Five Nights at Freddy. If someone hit it with a hammer until it couldn't even say Five Nights at Freddy,
You
and
know
it just
what?
went blah.
Well, it had the same concept though. That's the thing, and it played a lot like the. It was,
Game is pure terrible, but it's incredibly
Hey,
fun to play with
Catman, how you
people.
doing?
I don't know.
I got to get this game on my Raspberry Pi.
I don't know. I had fun playing this game when I was a kid. So.
No, you know what we need to do, Ben? We need to load this up in EMU, and we need to play it live on stream and give
Yeah.
people
Okay.
a good
I want it on
laugh.
my Raspberry Pi. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Play all this stupid crap. Play stuff like Phantasmagoria.
Phantasmagoria.
There's another one called Tender Loving Care. which is absolute. They're all so terrible.
Aw.
These FMV games are terrible as hell, and they're so great.
Tender love and care.
Someone's phone. Anyway,
No, trust me, that game's messed up.
so a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Star Wars?
No, just this galaxy. But anyway, a long time ago, back in the 90s, there was a prototype that was hidden away.
The way you just said the 90s, it sounded like you're doing a secret. The 90s.
The 90s, anyway. So a long time ago, PlayStation and Nintendo were one. They were one. It was a beautiful universe, and everything was peaceful.
Oh, they were screwing behind people's backs, but they didn't quite become one.
And
They
then
almost did.
And then the bastard child got put in a closet and locked away.
For years, and years, and years.
So the Nintendo PlayStation prototype is finally fully functional, and it's mad.
But no games were made for it.
Yeah.
No games were made for it. There is one homebrew game that was made for it that so everybody doesn't know Ben Heck's the one who actually got this running, and he did this like over and over again, working on this thing, and he finally did one last run of it, getting it working, and he found it was actually the ribbon cable and a bad cap on the CD-ROM, and he finally replaced it and got it running. So, and he was playing a game. He was trying to play one game first. It was called like something Gaiden, Super Battle Gaiden, whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Something Super Gaiden.
yeah, he was trying to play that, but it was obviously
Sounds like an anime.
it was a
Right.
game that was made for like it was an emulation version of this system, but it was running too much memory. So the actual system didn't have that much memory to work with, so it wouldn't load. It gave an error message. So we actually got another game that was actually homebrewed for it, and it actually
Thanks
loaded.
for the follow.
And it was a game called Magic Floor. And Magic Floor ran, and he actually had one trouble with it. And the
Oh,
guy who
too
wrote
funny.
the game, actually, he sent it to him, and the guy rewrote the code a little bit, and the game sent it back to Ben Heck. He reburned it, and it worked perfectly. So the hardware is working absolutely 100%, and now it's just up to the any game developer out there that wants to make a game for it is getting the coding right, and it'll work. But granted, okay, there's only one of these.
Thank goodness, Feeder. I appreciate it.
There's only one of these in existence. So
I got
fact
two in the
that-
back.
yeah, so there's only one of these in
I'm not sure.
existence. The fact that how many developers are going to really make it for it, but the fact is that they can make a pure, if they can get a hold of it, they can make a pure emulator for it.
You know, if they can.
Hooray, but emulate what? There's no games.
Yeah, you won't be able to play anything for it.
Well,
Let me
okay.
emulate the start menu. Oh.
you know, you probably would do that.
So magical.
No, they will. They'll make an emulator for this thing. And it'll just be neat because you can say, I have a Nintendo PlayStation. You can run like no games that are actually authentic to the Nintendo PlayStation. But and who knows if a like third party gets a hold of this or something, like say like Retron or Retrobit and makes a.
And that's too much.
Well, no,
There's
we
no
know.
games.
Okay, we know we're coming up upon the
But
copyright.
you know, the cake is a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no games. No one's gonna go through this trouble, Nate. I know you live in these beautiful fantasy worlds sometimes, but it's not like
Oh,
I did it. Haha! I made something we can't use. Sell it.
I want to. If they can do
After
this.
100 of years.
If they do this, I want to see them like more of those Nintendo 64 disc drives made, and more games that were
DD
Thought
homebrew.
thought of.
Yeah.
DD games are still coming out. They're homebrewing DD games right now.
Yeah, I
Really?
want
That's
to. I want to see
awesome.
more of that. I mean, that to me is.
Oh, we got
intriguing,
sheesh
just like
cake here.
this.
How you doing, sheesh cake?
So what's going to
There are
happen?
people coming in today. Huh?
Yeah.
I think personally, we're going to see. Obviously, we're coming up on the copyright. We've already passed the copyright for the Nintendo 64.
Cheesecake.
Yeah. So we passed that copyright. We're going to pass the copyright for PlayStation.
That's okay, Feeder.
For PlayStation very soon. If you know you've already passed it, we might have already passed it. For PlayStation, so we are going to see like Retron systems with PlayStation and with N64 soon. Like retro rebuilt systems, which is
Yeah.
going to be cool because you'll be able to buy brand new hardware that's going to run N64 games and PlayStation games. So, but the thing is, I'm not sure how many are going to actually go with the trouble to actually have a CD-ROM, but we'll just have to see.
I don't see how, and they brought the comic. I think Mr. Feeder wants to know if we're going to have a 3DS emulator. I don't know how they can do 3DS because it has some of the games are touchscreen,
There are 3DS emulators already.
but some are
You
touchscreen
don't-
now.
Yeah.
No. You can play most 3DS games without the touchscreen,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and you
Okay.
don't need the 3DS anyway.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
There is an emulator out right now. It's kind of crap right now, but eventually there'll be a working one. Truth be told, the only ones that they ever really had trouble with were like the Sega Saturn. What's that other one? There's no 64 you can get emulated fine, but there's another one that came out that's real difficult to emulate that I have not been able to find very good.
The Saturn
ones
one
for.
works really well now. I have the Saturn on my.
Well,
Mini.
they couldn't
one-
hack it before, right?
It took a
The
little
Saturn
while.
one works terrible, but is working. Like if you actually play old Saturn games, you'll see just how bad the emulation is of the Saturn games. But it's working. Like you can use it, but it's one of the worst. You know, like if you compare the Super Nintendo one, that one's very close to actual Super Nintendo games.
Well, yeah.
The Sega Saturn one is just like you have to dick around with so much stuff for every single game just to get them to run, and they still don't run very
I'm
well.
still trying to figure out how to get my
That you have to power it with a power PC to do it. Like you have a beefy PC, so you could do it, Nate. But like you need a beefy PC to run an emulator that runs 1992 games. That's how bad the emulation is.
I don't know which one I have. I have all I have is an APU on my media PC at home, and I run Saturn on that. And it works okay. There's a couple of games that glitch out that I don't play, but
I'm still trying to get my
but like I said, you have a powerful PC.
I'm starting to get my N64 emulator to actually run smoother on the Raspberry Pi. Like I'm still trying to fiddle with that. Like I'm going high res, changing the resolution and the video format. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Hey, Ben, do you like WWE No Mercy?
That's the first emulator I downloaded.
No, for the game.
Yeah,
Yes,
the first
first
round.
Okay. I probably won't be able to find it, but I found like 5 years ago, and I remember I showed Nate because we tried to get it working right. These guys had hacked the ROM to put in new moves and all this crazy shit from like 5 years ago wrestling. So they had like wrestlers from TNA, from New Japan Pro Wrestling, all the new moves and all the new textures, all stuffed into this freaking like oversized like 10 gigabyte ROM thing that you could run on the emulator, and it was freaking insane.
You know what I want?
It was buggy, but it was insane.
I want just not a full size, but like a plastic molding of that, like just for a little like a toy type thing to display.
Oh, that would be cool.
Just like a mini SNES station, you know?
Yeah, I bet if you looked on Etsy, I bet there's people that make little models already. I bet there already is. And yes, what is it? Bruce
Feeder.
Yeah, Mr. Feeder here. Yeah, it is comparable to the 2DS. So, yeah, and far as I know, it runs fairly well. So this next story is great because I like to mock in the face of adversity.
I found this one.
So despite Nintendo and their kind of asshole ways at times, the work is being pursued on the new Breath of the NES game. So they're saying we don't care. We're pushing it anyway. Which is awesome. I'm so glad these guys are pushing forward because there's no reason they need to stop, in my opinion. No reason.
Yeah, basically what was going on, he was posting like images of the game and stuff like on Reddit and stuff, and it's this far done, we're doing this, and everyone was like, dude, shut up, stop posting this. Wait until you release the game, because he's not asking for money, it's a fan-made game.
He's really doing it himself.
Yeah, and they're like, don't post it until it's done so you can get the game out there, because once the game's out there they can't do anything because everybody's sharing it. But because he's posted little pictures, have a good one, Feeder, because he's posting pictures, he's getting he's got the copyright strike.
Well, that's what happened. But he doesn't care. He's still asking for people to help him and stuff like that. So he's asking for graphic developers, and
but he is changing the assets now.
So real quick, Ben, go check that link out, dude. Guy edited in all sorts of new moves. You'll like it. Even the Styles Clash is in it now.
All right. So
do you play Zelda?
I love Zelda.
I played Twilight Princess, Link to the Past. Actually, the NES one. Of course, the classic Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
So have you played Breath of the Wild yet?
I have not.
Okay. Well, okay. So Breath of the Wild, before it was a game, the way Nintendo pitched it to its investors before they started making it, they made a 2D model of it. Well, yeah, that looks like the original Legend of Zelda, to show what the game would do and what the mechanics would do before they got approved. So, but people were crying out. They're like, we want a 2D version of Breath of the Wild. Why not? And they wouldn't do it. So this guy's doing it by himself. And he's asking for to help him. But Nintendo tried to say, you have to stop doing that. That's copyright infringement.
Yeah.
But he's saying, no, I'm continuing. Yeah. I'm going to do it anyway.
Nintendo, don't do it, no.
Because Nintendo's a bunch of assholes like that sometimes. That's
There were
right.
2 NES ones. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was another one.
Yeah, I own both the NES Zelda games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is I like Adventures of Link. It's a really good game.
Oh yeah, the Zelda 2.
Yeah, Adventures of Link. It's a really good game.
Yeah.
So this next one, Grim, tell us a little about the 2 new Metroid games being developed by Retro Studios and Climax Studios.
Well, there's not too much to talk about yet. It's a rumor. Let me find the article real quick on here so I can read it off. But essentially, the rumor is that Retro is working on a new Metroid, and that they'll be showing at least one of them at E3, and there's more than one of them. Let me find. I don't remember the guy's name, so hang on. According to him, Retro Studios has been hard at work on a new 3D Metroid Prime game. He refers to it as Prime 4. If I'm not mistaken, the guy works for Nintendo, but is just undercover on the N4G shit posting. Oh, no, never mind. Here we go. According to popular YouTuber and Nintendo YouTuber Super Metal Dave 64, 2 new Metro games are currently deep into development for the Nintendo Switch, with one at least being shown at E3. That's like pretty much all the info we have for it, but this guy has been pretty accurate. When he says something, it usually turns out to be right.
Yeah.
So people believe his sources to be real.
Yeah, so he has a pretty accurate source to begin with.
Mhm.
Yeah. And one of them is supposed to be a 2D one, like an Axiom Verge.
Oh, that would be. I would like a
style
throwback. I mean, the 3D ones
Yeah.
are cool, but I love the side scroller Metroid.
Now, did you
Like, I
enjoy
just
the
popped
3D
that in
ones?
there because I wanted to talk about how Metroid would be great, you know?
I
And
do
yes, I
miss
do
a-
love the 3D ones.
I do miss a Metroid game. I was a huge fan.
Now, would you want a 3D version or a side scroller?
Probably
I
a
actually
side
love
scroller.
Yeah.
I was more of a fan of those than the 3D.
But I wouldn't complain if there was a Prime.
yeah, no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I
no,
I
you
wouldn't complain
complain.
either.
No,
Because
they're
Prime
both.
is freaking good.
Oh yeah, no. It's just that whole side scrolling. It's very nostalgic. I just like side scrolling to begin
Yeah.
with. And Super Metroid was just a great.
Did you ever play them, Ben? None of them. I played a little bit. I wasn't big into the Metroid.
I caught the gif of it, kind of like every Mega Man game is, and every Metroid game is almost the same storyline at the beginning. You drop down, you lose your powers. Okay, start over. Like, what the really?
These
So-
guys got to work better on their armor.
Yeah. Samus,
Oh.
Samus drops down. Oh, I can't shoot anything. Oh, you have to get everything back up again. Okay, here we go again.
Well, I think with Metroid, it's more like, hey, go to that planet and eradicate the aliens, and then they get to the planet, they're like, there is an entire squadron, armada, a planet of aliens. I'm gonna need more weapons. Yeah, you'll have to find them.
Kind of like Doom. Yeah, kind of like Doom, where there's like, oh no, there's something going on Mars. You better go there. To
Oh,
attack.
Metroid was, in my opinion, the Prime games are always some of the best when it comes to that, because there was more to it than just the shooting. They had all the great puzzle stuff in
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and it's just
Yeah,
so
no,
much more to
puzzles
it
were
in that
definitely-
3D game.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
So, speaking of retro systems, we were just talking about. So, all you people that are sad that you can't get an NES Classic anymore.
Aww.
But I want it now.
Oh, no.
Well, speaking of that, Wobbles was just saying he was able to get another one from.
Yeah, he teased me the other day.
Yeah.
Well, you can still buy them on eBay and stuff.
No, he got one from Best Buy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he got
They got a
it like
secret
a week
shipment.
ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just gotta know people.
Yeah. Well, the last shipment shipped out 2 weeks ago.
Don't know, Daddy. Don't know.
So, yeah. So anyway, there's the Retron HD, which is just a mini NES that has HDMI port.
Or you can just
But-
get a Raspberry Pi. And,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah,
and,
you could just use a Raspberry Pi.
But you know, this
Thank you.
one.
That's all I think about now. I'm like, yeah, I don't need that. Raspberry Pi does it.
Yeah, but the only thing is this: you have to have the game. it doesn't have games built in or anything like that.
Well, I'm wondering if this has an SD card slot because the other Retron does.
I don't know.
It's in the back. I wonder if it actually does. It might actually.
And
have
here
a
it doesn't
SD
say
card.
anything about that because it says it doesn't. It's not an emulator. If you want to play your regular games on it,
It's real hardware.
yeah, it's
Which is one thing between the Retron 5. The Retron 5 is not a hardware. It's all emulation.
Yeah, it takes the ROM, puts it onto the thing, and then it plays it.
It's running. It's pretty much okay. The Retron 5 and the Raspberry Pi are pretty much the same thing. They're both using RetroArch to run the games.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's really not much difference between a Retron 5 and using a Raspberry Pi to emulate. There's really almost zero.
The only thing with the Retron 5, it takes the ROM from the actual cartridge and puts it, lets you play it, because it doesn't, take ROMs.
Well, no, you can put SD card slots in the Retron 5 and play ROMs.
That's like a hack, though.
Not
It doesn't
anymore.
naturally do that.
No, the new one they released it.
The Retron 5 Plus or something?
No, the newest firmware just allows it.
Oh, the firmware, okay.
Nintendo Switch
The newest
XXL.
firmware allows it to
Interesting. They must have did that just to get sales.
Yeah.
You mean the Nintendo Switch XXXXL?
Yeah.
That was great.
And
Extra,
and the other one that does it natively as well, that Rosie runs emulation is the Retro Freak system from Japan,
Oh, yeah.
which is like the biggest competitor for the Retron 5, which also natively will just run games right from an SD card.
Yeah, we know, yeah, it does say that.
Yeah.
And that Retro Freak plays a lot of
Oh yeah,
just
every
10, 15 consoles or something like that.
yeah, it's something like that.
With adapters, of course.
Yeah, like and one that runs, which a lot of people were actually happy for, the Retro Freak. It runs PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16
Oh,
games.
that's right, yeah.
So
What's really cool about it, this is HDMI. Or this basically, what do you have? The Retron 3?
I have the Retro Trio.
The Retro Trio, yeah. So it only plays
NES games.
NES and Famicom.
Yeah, I don't even think it plays Famicom games.
I think this one does.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it plays both.
This is our last gaming topic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but the thing is, okay, about this though, this came out. Okay, there is a Nintendo system that is actually worth it to buy for real hardware.
NTSC and PAL cartridges.
Yeah.
So not Famicom.
Okay, so there is a Nintendo system that was remade, a Retron style type system called the Nintendo NT, and
Really?
it is about $500, and it is HD. It is HD. HDMI port, but there's a difference. This thing has its own. They built the board from the ground up, and they made it so it has zero lag. So it has pretty much the equivalent of a frame meister, and so it works better than a frame meister. With the fact that you get zero lag from HD TV.
Yeah,
so
I've
it
heard
is.
that.
So it is like playing your games on a CRT with a flat screen TV, which is you can't do normally. Which is why I prefer playing my Retro Trio on a CRT because it sucks on a flat screen
No,
because
isn't
of the
that
lag.
isn't it from Analog or something like that? That's a company that makes that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah,
But yeah, it is really expensive. They
Yeah.
made a mini one recently.
yeah. They're like $500, but
Yeah.
they are worth it though.
It's like golden.
So yeah, and if you want a Nintendo system and you want zero lag, the best way to do it is to get one of them. This might be cool, but until it comes out, until we see what kind of lag or but I'm guessing they're not going to change everything up with Retron, and it's probably going to have a lot of the same hardware that the other retro systems they make. So you are going to experience lag, people.
Oh yeah. It depends on what kind of game you're playing. If you're playing one of those games that really needs
Yeah,
your
Just
Twitch
get drunk
movements.
before you play, then you won't notice the lag.
you can do that too.
I heard you. I hit the
Wait,
duck.
let me get my. What does he call
This
it?
game sucks, man. There's two of me.
Listen, Tina, I'm gonna go over there and show you what game sucks in a minute.
Becky, calm down.
Listen, I ain't talking to you. You ate the last cannoli.
Good point.
It was mine.
So to close out our gaming session, we're going to talk a little bit about what we've been playing a lot lately.
Well,
PUBG.
PUBG.
PUBG?
PUBG.
No, it is not PUBG.
PUBG. That's what
It
they're
is
calling it.
Kill people every chance you get the game. Also known as Murder Island.
Hey, Prince Jareth, how you doing? Murder Island.
I've been playing My Little Pony every night.
Oh man.
Care Bears.
Care Bears. Oh my god, I
So,
love it.
I didn't know we were talking about this, but I'll lead off and just saying I kind of think this is my favorite game in the last 20 years. I'm kind of hooked on this game. I haven't liked a game like this since World of Warcraft.
So
Wow.
one thing I was surprised with this week that I noticed it was actually #1 on stream. It beat out League of Legends on Twitch, which I could not believe.
It's that
I
damn
could
good.
not believe. I was like, how the heck is that?
The world's gonna explode now.
Yeah.
But you know,
I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave.
if we're gonna have this conversation, as I explained to Bazinga earlier, there a couple things I remember from the list that they're adding. They're gonna add vaulting, so you can jump
great.
over
That's great.
walls of mid-level. You can hop over in vault style. They're supposed to be working on the grass, so if you turn down the foliage, it will still have an effect, so people can still hiding it. Because right now, people are putting it down to low, so they can see people hiding in the grass. They're gonna fix that, so even if you turn it down, it's not gonna help at all with that. There's a rumor they might be adding a cover mode a la Gears of War, so that you can pop yourself up against the wall and cover. They're going to be adding new weapons. They're going to add a ranked server where everything has to be set to a certain graphic level no matter what, so that you can have no cheap advantages by messing with the graphics. Let me see if I can find the list where you guys talk about
One
some
thing
stuff.
I didn't know about when I was playing, was it yesterday morning? I didn't realize there was a Tommy gun.
Yeah, hard to find, but it's got that killer refresh rate.
Yeah.
It comes out of the boxes and it messes people up.
Oh, I wasted so many people with that thing. It was awesome.
Jinx. You both said awesome. Who gets a Coke now?
I do.
Who? Okay.
Mr. Ben is going to be playing some Outlast too.
Oh, yeah, I gotta set up a stream. I'm actually gonna do a stream on that one.
Oh.
I might have to have a bucket to poop in or pee in when I'm doing because
Oh my god.
I've been watching a few videos of it and nope.
That's my catchphrase.
Oh man, it looks awesome either way. I died.
So
I like it.
Ben and I played some of the PUBG today,
Okay.
and he had his first try at it. How do you like it?
I did enjoy it. It does get a few to get used to.
Oh, yeah,
And,
Join the club.
Console gamers.
The most important thing you have to get used to in that game is, and I say this all the time, but no one ever listens to me. You need a gun. That is very important.
Okay.
After
obviously.
your weapon, after a weapon, the most important thing is positioning. If you're running up on a town and there's a mountain to the left and a mountain to the right, do not run straight at that goddamn town, because now you have 3 high ground advantages from any angle that someone could shoot at you. So run up the hill first and look, so you can look down and have cover.
survey the area.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all positioning. If you have positioning, you always win. Like the other night when we had that set up in that fort, and they got positioning on us, and we were dead without even putting up a fight. 2 seconds, because
You
we
had
let
to
them
have a
get
gun?
down.
You had to
No,
have a gun.
That I was just saying. I was
I'm just
trying to
pulling
point
your
out
leg,
the fact that there, after the gun, there's 100 more important things, but the most important thing is positioning. People think it's is armor, it's like healing items, it's ammo. You want some ammo, but the most important thing is to be positioned well. Like if someone lands in the same town as you, and they land, and you see that they land in a house north of you, they go out the south door and use the wall so that you can look north to see where they are, instead of just running out like an idiot north and then getting shot from the left or right because you weren't paying attention.
Well, yeah.
Positioning is, I can't stress it enough.
Yeah.
Also, that link I just sent is the new updates that they're bringing in, if I'm not mistaken. Hang on. No, that's actually the wrong link. My bad.
So this is our portion show called Battlegrounds Corner.
Well, no, I've noticed that it's just in general that we were playing it like for every stream we've been doing. So we've been really in general just getting into this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I get my graphics card, maybe more, happy playing it.
When I actually have a computer that's built.
To play it, yeah.
Nate has become a professional donut driver. He instantly does a donut as soon as he gets a vehicle.
Yes.
And then
Actually-
he instantly runs me over.
Actually, today I was actually in. Okay,
That sets morale.
it's weird because at some point we are going to have to sit down and play Dirt Rally. Thanks for the follow.
Oh my god.
just so you know, man, that's not Harley Quinn.
Okay. Anyway,
She hasn't let herself go that far.
oh,
Thank you, Throbbing member.
I love you, Ben.
oh,
Nothing's funny. Nothing.
Oh, dude, number one. Great.
So
Great.
all the new people in the stream right now, if you haven't checked out our YouTube, you can go definitely check out our YouTube over at YouTube/C/getTekt and hit that subscribe button if you like this show.
Dude, we just completed a goal, a life goal. getTekt finally has a throbbing member.
Oh, jeez.
And we have someone named
Breastfeeder.
Mr. Feeder.
Breastfeeder and throbbing member gonna get together
Oh.
and make Taco Bell.
You beat me to the punch, Greg.
Oh. Anyways.
So I would say if you want to see this game played live and us goofing around having fun, definitely check out our live stream. We do it usually every Friday and Sunday, the main 2 nights right now we're streaming live.
And check on mine because I play nearly every day. Me and Dagger are playing almost all the time, so you can jump into my stream. It's on there somewhere, Grimrook.
Yeah. So actually back to the driving. So Dirt Rally, I've actually impressed myself. The more and more I play that game, it's a really, really, really difficult game. I haven't played a racing game this difficult since since the GTA, and it is really hard. But I actually impressed myself actually driving. So I was like, holy, I'm doing like 100 and something, weaving around like dirt around
Just
corners.
wait till you have to use a wheel. It's like
I
a
know.
whole new curve.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy.
I know. Well, that's why we have to sit down and play that game.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. So, thank you for watching. This has been the gaming portion. We will see you next time. And this has been getTekt. Hit that subscribe button if you like this and want to see more.